Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. There are going to be a lot of teams to show for today's Dream Realm against the Plague Creeper. We're going to get right into it, beginning off with the No-Harak Team. Hugin in front of Shmira, Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left, buffing up Shmira. Sonya buffing Shmira and Pheromore with the BLADERING spell. If you're running this team, do try to get the charms, of course, onto Shmira, Pheromore, Hugin, and Sonya. Twins are going to be the least important because they're only a defensive upgrade when you get them from epic to legendary charms. Okay, so Plague Creeper, first of all, there's going to be RNG today in most of the teams that you're going to be running. You'll have to do multiple runs to get your top potential score. But I'm probably going to save a lot of my attacks for the overall top team because that one also is going to have RNG and I want to hit my top score with it. Okay, so 262 billion damage. That is going to be around about the limit of this more free-to-play friendly team. Yeah, okay. And the top of today, overall top score is going to be 280 billion damage. With the most pay-to-win team, which we will show you at the end. Okay, next up we have a team from Sybil. This is again pretty budget-friendly. The Rainier teams can also work at a lower ascension of Rainier. You can try it even if he's not Mythic Plus yet. Pink Twin on the right, Blue Twin on the left, Rainier in front of the Shmira, Sonya buffing up Shmira, and Pheromore with the BLADERING spell. Let's go ahead and do a skip run of this team and see what we can get with this one. Okay, another 262 billion damage, almost identical scores from this second team. And now we're going to be moving on to the next team. And it's because kind of like their damage thresholds for Plague Creeper that unless you have more burst, you're not going to be able to go far above that. Now we have a team from Rainies. This will work even at low ascension Rainier, low copy Rainier, low copy Valara. So that's something to keep in mind. Like you can use them even at legendary or whatever. Pink Twin on the right, Blue Twin on the left, and only Shmira on the Stellar Bond. Rainier in front of Shmira. You have Valara in the upper right corner. Pheromore in the back with the Vile Spring spell. This is a good team. And again, like I mentioned, it can work at low copies of Rainier and Valara. Let's see what we get on our first run. 263 billion damage with this team, which is, yeah, almost flat. So all of these teams so far have been really close to each other in terms of score, but depending on which heroes you have, one of them may be better than the other ones. So we have Rainice's budget team because there's no Harak in it. So this one may be one of the best No-Harak teams, but the other ones we've just shown, depending on your investment, could be better as well. Now this team, I believe, can work at one copy of Rainier. However, it will want to have Valara and Damon at Supreme Plus, so it isn't like the easiest to pull off. But Pink Twin on the right, Blue Twin on the left, Damon and Shmira on the Stellar Bond, Valara in the back right, Rainier in front of Shmira with the Vile Spring spell. And let's see what type of score we can get with this team on our first run. Okay, 264 billion damage. That is basically going to be almost the limit of this team, of basically the No-Harak team options. Now, moving on to the Harak team, we have a bunch of, again, Harak teams as well that you can try. First of all, this team from Rainice is doing well, but it's RNG. You might have to do like 5 runs before you get your good score. Pink Twin on the right, Blue Twin on the left, Damon and Shmira on the Stellar Bond. Like in the previous team, Rainier in front of Shmira and then Harak to the left of Rainier with the BLADERING spell. Definitely, if you're running a team like this, make sure you have the charms crafted and upgraded. Even the Rainier charms to legendary are going to be important. Look at that, 269 billion damage. However, I believe this team has hit up to 271 billion damage. So this is not even like the dream run. And the weird thing is that for whatever reason, even like Supreme Plus level of accounts are almost matching the score of maxed out like the Paragon 4 account we have here. It just kind of instead comes down to the RNG rather than your actual level of upgrades. So even Supreme Plus can get like 271 billion damage with some of these teams. Okay, next up we have a team from Mizon free to play. Now this team overall is kind of like the winning team, the one which is doing the best for Harak players. It would need to have Valara, higher Ascension, like low Ascension Valara will not work in this team. Rainier in front of Shmira, Blue Twin on the right, Pink Twin on the left, buffing up Shmira on the Stellar Bond, Harak in the back, and then Valara in the back left corner with the Bladering spell. Let's take a look at what this team can get on the first run. This one has hit up to 271 billion damage. We're going to get a new record with it right off the bat, and we managed to hit 270 billion damage, and already somehow that is going to put us into the rank 3 position, which is kind of crazy because today is basically just an RNG day. You'll pick one of these teams, you should run it 5 or 10 times until you get your maximum score potential, and yeah, that is how you're going to compete today. Yeah, like even with Supreme Plus level of your heroes, you're going to be able to get even up to 271 billion damage. Okay, we have another team, another Harak team, which is doing well. Again, this is going to be RNG dependent. So maybe if you don't have Valara, you can use this team. Like, you have Harak, but you don't have Valara, then this is a good team option as well. Rainier in front of Shmira, Blue Turn on the right, Pink Turn on the left, buffing up Shmira, Sonya buffing up Shmira, and Harak with the Bladering spell. Again, this team has the ability of getting up to 271 billion damage with RNG, but look, there is a lot of RNG on this team. As you can see from the first run, it didn't look so good. So this one can get, again, up to that 271 billion like the other Harak teams we've shown so far. However, it might not be as consistent, but eventually, if you do enough runs, you should hit it. Now we're moving on to the best pay-to-win teams, but now these teams are going to be using an additional Celestial Hypogean. So here we have the Cryonaia team, which thankfully Frosty has cooked up, because without this team, basically, Baelran was a big jump compared to a no Baelran team. But now Cryonaia is also getting really good score for the boss today. Not as good as Baelran. Baelran is still the 280 billion damage score, and we'll show you a replay of that. But this one is going to get up to 277 billion with good RNG. We might have to run it quite a few times, and we're going to use all of our runs basically, if we need to. Pink Turn on the right, Blue Turn on the left, Harak and Shmira on the Stellar Bond, Rainier in front of Shmira. Then you have Cryonaia in the upper left corner with the Bladering spell. So this team is going to be RNG heavy. Yeah, look at that. And I guess this is just going to be the fate of Plague Creeper. Anyway, we will show... Okay, we hit it on like... Oh, this is crazy. Honestly, guys, this is just crazy because it took almost 10 runs. I was basically surrendering to the fact that I'm not going to hit that good RNG run. And then finally on the last one, we managed to hit it. So this is not a very safe team. You'll have to use all 20 of your runs. Then hopefully you will be able to get at least one good one. I don't know what the odds are of hitting that good run. Let's just take a look at the replay. I just want to see what happens. Like, because what you need to happen is you need Cryonaia to cast 2 of her ultimates. Then you need Cryonaia to die. Because now her freezes her ultimate, so she even gets off a 3rd ultimate, clears up these plague rots. Now we need her to die, because otherwise she's just wasting time. The time is now going to be ticking down when she casts her ultimate. And somehow... Okay, she does die. So that's what you need to happen. It's weird. This is a weird comp. Anyway, I'm really relieved that we managed to hit at least one of the good runs, because I honestly was not even expecting that. Okay, now looking at my district, the top ranker is this player, and he sent me a replay of the Plague Creeper where he's using Baelran. From Cheetos, it can hit up to 280 billion damage. Pink Turn on the right, Blue Turn on the left, buffing up Shmira. Rainier in front of Shmira, Harak to the left of Rainier, and Baelran in the back right with the Bladering spell. Of course, you need to have Supreme plus Baelran if you want to get a top score with this team. So I don't know how bad the RNG is of this Baelran team. I would suspect it's probably not as bad as the Cryonaia team. That RNG was crazy. So here we have the Baelran team. He managed to hit over 280 billion damage with this team. He, of course, all Paragon 4 maxed pretty much, other than the Rainier. And I believe all of the charms are probably all maxed as well. We can take a look at that. So there we have it, guys. Baelran is the #1 hero for Plague Creeper. But fortunately, a Cryonaia team has at least come out. So if you have Cryonaia, you can at least almost compete with the Baelran team. But like, the RNG of that Cryonaia team is terrible. And I'm suspecting the Baelran team would not be as bad on the RNG. So Baelran, yeah, definitely is dominating in the Plague Creeper Dream on boss. We'll have to wait and see as time goes on in Phase 3. And when we get Mythic Plus charms, is Baelran still going to be the best option or not? But it's kind of crazy to me because, like, generally in the past in Plague Creeper, we've always had Taylene be a good, like, you know, sub DPS damage dealer. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That's going to be it for this one. If you have any other teams that work for you, you can feel free to share them in the comment section down below. But good luck getting a top score today. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.